Welcome back, Kings and Queens, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Hope King, and I'm the designer behind King's Designs MD. Today, I'm just kind of bringing you guys along on my journey of experimentation. I have gotten more into paper crafts recently. Last year in 2022, I did a lot with cards and flat lays and that type of thing. And now I'm getting into things more like boxes. And I made some clear boxes at one point. But just trying different things out with paper. And I love taking something that is flat, like a 6x6 piece of paper, and making it three-dimensional. So I just wanted to take you guys kind of on this journey with me. Today, I'm looking at this gift card holder. I was given a gift card for the holidays, and because of my curiosity with paper now, I want to take everything apart. I want to see how things work. But it really reminds me of when I started learning to sew. Sometimes you don't have patterns for everything, and you want to know how things work. So one of the best things I learned is that if you want to know something, if you have something similar, take it apart, and you can learn the dimensions, or you can get a template for it. So this again is a gift card holder, and I am taking it apart. So first thing I'm measuring is the string, and I am on my mat, and so I'm trying to keep everything where you guys can see it if at all possible. If not, I'll try to use my ruler. So I'm on my mat, and I'm just going to measure this out. So it is past 12 inches. So I'm going from end to end. Since it's past 12, I'm just going to use my finger to mark it, bring it back, and come back. So that's almost 12 and 9. Okay. Then I have my inside part, or outside part rather. I'm going to slowly take this apart. Now I know this is pretty paper, and you want to be able to reuse it. And I'm actually going to write some notes down for myself while I'm doing this. So the ribbon was 21 inches. I'll just write right on here. And now this part, if I move my mat over and up, I hope you guys can see everything from corner to corner. But it is about almost 9 inches at the top. I'll try to angle it so you guys can see. So it's about 8 3/4 from top to bottom. And then from side to side, it is about 5 1/4. Now my middle square, I'm just going to fold this in just to see how big the middle square is. And the middle square is 4 by 4. And then this is probably about a 1/2 inch down from each end where the slits are. Yep, 1/2 inch on each end. And then these tabs, well, they're probably about 1/2 inch as well. Yep, 1/2 inch. See, now I've been playing with paper for a little bit. I can kind of eyeball stuff and see how big certain things are. So my square is 4 by 4 inches here. And I have about 2 inches on this flat. about 2.5. I'm looking kind of sideways on this flap. Trying to make myself some little markings so I know that that's just this flap. 1/2 inch is just from here to here. 1/2 inch just from here to here. 2 inches just from here to here. And so I know when I add all this up, I should get 8 3/4 approximately, 5 1/4 all the way across. And as long as my card has a 1/2 inch slit here and a 1/2 inch slit down from here, I should be good. And again, I think I said my ribbon ended up being 21 inches. 12. Yeah, and about 9. Yeah, 21. And I actually double checked by counting each inch just to make sure I was good. So 21 inches of ribbon, 8 3/4 all the way through, 5 1/4 across, and that gives me my folder. Now, of course, you would score this here. Oh, I guess that's a good point. So when it's 2.5 inches down, you would score your 2.5 inch mark if you had a scoring board going from right to left like I would. And then you could flip it around, score on the 2 inch mark. If you were doing this straight with a piece of paper, you would have to cut your tabs off each side. So I wasn't planning to do all of that today, but since I'm here, I might as well do it. Let me grab a piece of cardstock and let's get busy. Alright. And of course, I don't know where my pencil is, but it's all good. I'm going to be using my pen. So if I was going to just trace this out, I would just go all the way around everything. And I'm trying to make sure you guys can see. I just go all the way around everything. And try to get as close as I can. Obviously, this is not perfect. And if I was truly doing this, I would probably fully do the measurements all the way out just so I could have it as a template. But I honestly might just keep this just as a template. Like here, as I was drawing it, I know this should be on an angle, and I drew it straight. So you could get a ruler and straighten out your lines and things like that if you needed to. And I'm noticing, yeah, okay, so there's a slight angle, but even as I'm looking, the angles aren't even exact here. So when you're hand making things, don't even worry about it, because sometimes when you purchase things, all of your angles aren't perfect. Now, if you were to put these measurements into your Cricut, you could get more of a precise measurement and cut. This is just to see that we can take something that already exists, make it into a template for ourselves, and recreate it, basically. Again, this is what I did when I was learning this sew. You can take a tank top and modify the pattern down and make your own tank top. Those are also things I want to get into showing people if people are interested. So I'm going to cut these, but I really like using my paper slicer. So I'm going to try to cut in on the sides that need to be cut in on, and then I'm going to go back in with my paper slicer because I feel like it works better for me. Some people don't like crafting because they're like, oh, I can't cut a straight line. Well, a lot of crafters cannot cut a straight line. That's why we use our tools whenever possible to try to get the straightest cuts that we can. Wiggle that off. But I say that because I don't want anybody to be deterred from crafting because you think you can't cut a straight line. There's a whole lot of people out there that cannot cut. One of the best crafters that I've seen out here, I heard them say they can't use scissors. They use another form or another tool to cut because they just don't work with scissors very well. So, alright, I don't know what I did, but I clapped and my whole phone just went off. So, now I need to go about a ½ inch down and make a cut. I do have an X-Acto knife somewhere. Let me find that and I will be back. Alright, so we're going as center as possible down the middle and about a ½ inch in. And if I look at my original, it was only about a ½ inch cut line. So we need to go a ½ inch down from the top, which is here, and we only want about a ½ inch cut line. So you guys can try to eyeball it, and we're pretty much just making a slit. Now I will tell you, I'm not that good with an X-Acto knife or crafter's knife, whatever you guys want to call it. So I'm probably going to hack this, but there we go. And now we need to go a ½ inch down this way and cut it. And I have it turned upside down just so I can mark it and then try to come back with some pressure and cut. There we go. I think I don't like it because the blade is so fine and it feels like it wobbles in my hand, and I don't know, I just don't like this feeling, I guess. So there we go. So now, ooh, it's cute because it's almost the same color. So now, I can run that through. And I can run that through. And I do not have a gift card in front of me. So, I'm going to cut a full gift card over here. That looks to be, ooh, that's really good. Alright, so this is my full gift card. Now, I'm going to use my two-sided tape today. So I would fold this down. You could glue this down if you wanted to. I think the original looked like it was glued at the bottom and this was glued on. I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to use my two-sided tape just at the bottoms and to attach the bottom flap. So I'm going to just run this here. And you guys know, if you follow me, I always say I love two-sided tape sometimes because it can be forgiving in certain areas. If you pull too much or cut too much off, if you can see, I had to fold that piece back down on it. You can always try to be more accurate and measure things out. But if you did like I did again, and it is too long, just allow it to fold back on itself. Now, I love two-sided tape for that reason, but one of the reasons I don't love two-sided tape is that sometimes it is difficult to reposition things once you get it in there. So I'm slicing that down because most gift cards are not more than 3 inches, and this one is closer to 4 inches, but it's just a placeholder so you can see. So now we have that, folded that down, and I can tie this ribbon back across it. I think that's pretty darn cute. Maybe that bow is not, but let's try this again. I have never claimed to be a professional bow tire, people. But I think that's pretty cute, especially if, you wanted to make something real cute. You had a cute gift card holder and you're looking to see how you can remake it. You can take apart what you have, look at how it's made. You can modify your dimensions. So if you wanted to make this smaller, you could make it longer or use different types of paper. You can do all that. But I hope this helps somebody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and you guys have a great day.